I would like to pay our respects and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this meeting takes place, and also pay our respect to elders both past and present. Good morning, students, teachers and families. Welcome to our virtual commemoration of Anzac Day. Anzac Day, held on the 25th of April, is one of Australia's most important national occasions. It marks the anniversary of the first major military action fought by Australian and New Zealand forces during the First World War. It is a time where we learn about the sacrifices made by the men and women who have served in our military.
Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. During the First World War, the soldiers in those forces quickly became known as Anzacs, and their pride that they took in the name endures to this day. When war broke out in 1914, it was only 13 years since Australia had been federated, and Britain declared war in August 1914. Australia was automatically placed on the side of the Commonwealth. In 1915, Australia and New Zealand soldiers formed part of the expedition that set out to capture the Gallipoli Peninsula from the German and Turkish soldiers. The Australian and New Zealand forces landed on Gallipoli on 25th of April 1915, meeting fierce fighting from the Ottoman Turkish defenders. What had been planned as a bold stroke to knock out Turkey out of the war ended up being a campaign that dragged on for 8 months.
A tribute to Anzac Day. With their hair a little whiter, their step not quite so sure, still they march on proudly as they did the year before. Theirs were the hands that saved us, their courage showed the way, their life they laid down for us that we may live today. From Gallipoli's rugged hillsides to the sands of Isle of Main, on rolling seas and in the skies, those memories will remain.
Of airmen and the sailors, of Lone Pine and Suvla Bay, the boys of the Dardanelles are remembered on this day. They fought their way through jungles, the blood-soaked desert sands. They still remember comrades who rest in the foreign lands. They remember the siege of the Old Tobruk, the mud of the Kokoda Trail, some paying the supreme sacrifice with courage that did not fail. To the icy land of Korea, the steamy jungles of Vietnam, and the heroic battle of Cap Young and their epic victory at Long Tan. Fathers, sons and brothers together they fought and died, that we may live in peace while at home their mothers cried. When the final bugle calls them to cross the great divide, those comrades will be waiting when they reach the other side.
Please stand in silence.
They shall grow not old as we are left to grow old. Age should not worry them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget. Lest we forget.
Thank you, Tennyson. You will hear the last post. After this, we ask you to observe a minute's silence. During this minute, please think about the Anzacs and our men and women who have served our country in both war and peacekeeping missions. Please remain standing and silently bow your heads.
Everyone may now raise your heads. Please remain standing while you hear the rouse play. You will see Akira and Siana raise the Australian flag to full mast. Thank you. Everyone please remain standing and sing the National Anthem.
That concludes our Anzac Day commemoration. I would like to thank everyone for viewing our service today. Thank you everyone for showing respect to our past and present members of the Defence Forces.